9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Heartbeat Hero Radio. The show hasn't started yet. It's going to start in 15 minutes at 7:30 p.m. Paris time, and we're now here enjoying a few tracks off Sequenza's new album. Today is the Batman's Return episode, where Joost, the Batman collector, joins us again for an interview. We have All-Star Trivia with Kaarin, Julian, Andy, Dawn, and Joost. It's going to be a great show. So, first up, we're going to listen to a track off the new album, Tracks, by Sequenza. This is the second track off that album, and we're going to play it. It is called Ocean Waves by Sequenza. Yeah, that was the second track off the album of Sequenza called Tracks. This is called Ocean Waves. He was keeping secret which label he was going to be on. It turned out to be Girlfriend Records. Really happy for him. Great second track here. We're going to play the third track, and it's called This Feeling by Sequenza. Hey, Pashang, how you doing? I mean, Pashang. I believe I have a Pashang track lined up for later in the show. It's the one featuring Isidore. Hello, Dream Pocket. Welcome. I'll also be playing a track by Dream Pocket called, I had it there, where'd it go? Moonsmoke. How are you all on the Saturday? Did you have a great day today? Although Pashang might still be starting on his Saturday. Could still be Friday for him. Saturdays were the best when I was a kid. I would sit on the couch, grab a blanket, get some cereal, and watch cartoons. Today I woke up, had a cappuccino, and started working on the show. It's Sunday in South Korea already. Wow. Back to the future. Great vibes here from Sequenza. He's now featured on Girlfriend Records. And this is his new album, Tracks. Trax. And this track is called This Feeling. Up next is a track called HMBH. I did not do my research, so I don't know what it means. I also have a new remix that just came out with me in Sequenza. I literally made it a few days ago. Alright, up next is HMBH by Sequenza off his new album Tracks. This is HMBH by Sequenza. I looked it up with ChatGPT. HBMH can have multiple meanings depending on the context. Highly multiplexed bar-coded human, or Hamilton Mar Baker Hunt. The Shang think it means hot moms bake hot cakes. And Dream Pocket loves it. All right. Unfortunately, we're going to wind it down because the show's got to start. Let me get my other track ready to go. Let's test it real quick. All right, let's get it ready. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Synthwave podcast called Heartbeat Here Radio. This show has been listened to 100,000 times by hundreds of listeners. If you're interested in sponsoring the show, please send me a direct message via Instagram at Heartbeat Hero. This show is brought to you by my main sponsor, Joe of the Ozone Nightmare. Previously on Heartbeat Hero Radio.
Genetics, and you're listening.
Community of people that like what you're doing is so validating and encouraging.
Can Kevin host the remainder of the quiz? I mean, he's got tattoos for the quiz topics and everything. I mean, it's not great.
It's time for trivia round 3.
What strategic advantage does Obi-Wan... Oh, that's Star Wars.
I wanted that one. He had the high ground.
Davy Crockett.
I think I know. Is it Little House on the Prairie?
Correct.
Hey gang, this is Joe from over on the Ozone Nightmare podcast, and I am thrilled to be sponsoring this episode of Heartbeat Hero Radio. The Ozone Nightmare broadcasts new episodes 5 days a week. Monday through Thursday, you'll hear the Daily 5, a single-topic short show where I highlight one thing that's on my mind. Fridays, we publish the main show, where my co-host Lando and I talk about pop culture, movies and television, video games, and whatever random rabbit holes we wander into. You can also listen to the Ozone Late Night series, where I interview folks from all over the creative spectrum, including great guests like Heartbeat Hero himself. Beyond the podcast, I'm also an illustrator whose work you may have seen on things like Magic the Gathering cards. Head on over to ozonenightmare.com for links to the podcast as well as my illustration work.
Hi, this is Clank, and you're listening to Heartbeat Hero Radio.
Hi, this is Josh and Ricky from Unetics, and you're listening to Heartbeat Hero Radio.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is 8X, and you're listening to Heartbeat Hero Radio.
Hey, this is Joe from the Ozone Nightmare podcast.
Hi, this is Robin Lights, and you're listening to Heartbeat Hero Radio.
Hi, this is Kaarin Zoe Lee.
Hi, I'm Sin Street.
This is Sequenza.
Oh, hello! It's me, Steven from Hot Heels.
Heartbeat Hero Radio Show!
This is the Heartbeat Hero Radio Show. Have a good time listening to great music, artist interviews, and some nice trivia games right now on this very channel.
All right, it's Saturday night, the 1st of June, 2024, and I'm here live on twitch.tv/Heartbeat Hero. This is episode number 67 of the Synthwave podcast called Heartbeat Hero Radio. My name is Daniel Barton, and I am your friendly neighborhood Synthwave fan. Shout out to my Patreon supporters, Jefferson Rift, Robin Lights, and Keith Atherton. If you would like to support the show, go to patreon.com/HeartbeatHero. Tonight, I will be interviewing Joost, the Batman Collector. That will be live at 8:30 p.m. Paris time here on Heartbeat Hero Radio. And for the trivia at 9 p.m., we will have Joost, the Batman Collector, Kaarin Zoe Lee, Julian, a.k.a. Neon Fox, Andy Last, and of course, Dawn of Synthwave 83. Alrighty then, let's get this show on the road. Now, I'm trying to calm myself. I just put 3 t-shirts on just this minute. I got Kaarin Zoe Lee's t-shirt on, I got Synthwave 83, and I got a Batman t-shirt on. I ordered one off of Julian, and I need to get my Beyond Synth t-shirt as well. But now, we're going to go over to Vancouver, British Columbia. The artist has over 40 million plays on Spotify and goes by the name of FOOL, who is the alter ego of the Swedish musician Rasmus Hermansson. This is Damage by Fool. Oh yeah, that was Damage by Fool, and also supporting the show is Night Far Gone, Knight Rider 87, Synthwave 83, and my mom, Haiti. We got some shoutouts to the chat. We got Pashang, Dream Pocket, and Synthwave 83. Now up next is me, Heartbeat Hero from the Netherlands, and with my new dark synthwave track available on heartbeathero.bandcamp.com. And this is called Why So Serious by Heartbeat Hero. That was Why So Serious by Heartbeat Hero. Now let's fly to Argentina. Drawing inspiration from French touch superstars Justice, Cathedralis pioneers his new heavy touch style, which is a blistering compound of French house, electro house, and ultra-violent dark synth. This is Sylvania by Cathedralis. That was Sylvania by Cathedralis, and Pashang really loved it. He has to go to bed. It's been really late over there. And hello to Kevin Crunch joining us in the chat. And Dream Pocket says, what did Dream Pocket say? Heck yeah, the Justice influence is showing immediately. Up next, with over 12 million plays on Spotify, A-Tray is a producer based in Prague. He debuted with his album called Taste in 2013, and this is a Robin Lights video edit of Air Motion by A-Tray.
Hi. How'd you get here? I was taking a walk. Go back. Let me help you. No. It's up there. No guests allowed. House rules. But why don't you go back to the playhouse? I saw you dancing with the little boss man. Can you keep a secret? Your parents would kill you. Max would kill me. Back home. Want to try it? Come on, baby.
Oh yeah, that was Air Motion by A-Tray. We got a shout out to the chat. First time user Temporal Waves. Thank you for joining in. Up next is an amazing dark synth track off his new album Downfall, available on lyde.bandcamp.com. That's lyde.bandcamp.com. This is Downfall by Lyde. Was Downfall by Lyde. We got a shout out to the chat. We got Memory Design. Thank you so much for joining in. We have one more track before my break, a request by Keith Atherton. This is LeBrock with Interstellar. That was Interstellar by LeBrock. And now it's time for the pre-recorded show. I'll be back with a live interview with Joost, a.k.a. the Batman Collector. See you all in the chat. Welcome to the pre-recorded show. This is Supernova by Mirage and Neon Galaxy. That was Supernova by Mirage and Neon Galaxy. Up next is F-14 Tomcat by Jimmy Synthetic. was F-14 Tomcat by Jimmy Synthetic. Up next, a new video by Brother Sister. This is Fantasy by Brother Sister. That was Fantasy by Brother Sister. Up next is Beach Coma by Castle. Beachcomber by Castle. Up next is Blinding Lights, the weekend cover by Bending Grid and Jolie. That was Blinding Lights, the weekend cover by Bending Grid and Jolie. Up next is Moonsmoke by Dream Pocket.
Car lights just rolling by. I got you.
Moonsmoke by Dream Pocket. Up next, In Love with an Android by Bending Grid.
Android technology has advanced significantly. Artificial intelligence has far surpassed the Turing test. Our moving, thinking, and speaking is as fluid as humanity. The year is 2984.
Circuit, break, heart, shake, silken, shape, curves, take me. Circuit, break, heart, shake, silken, shape, exobody curves that quake me. Electric, eyes, subtle, guys, quantum, leap, novel, sweet, electric, eyes, mesmer, rise, quantum, leap, never running deep. And long in you I'll fall, knees crumble to the floor, wanting your magnetic kiss, lost in your plastic caress. I've been searching near and far, your AI entrapping me, AI entrapping me. I'm in love with an android.
The organic taste of your lips possesses my circuits. A vastitude of emotions coursing through intercourse. Hypersleep with me.
And long in you I'll fall, knees crumble to the floor, wanting your magnetic kiss, lost in your plastic caress, synthetic aphrodisiac, your gravity drawing me. The metallic taste of your lips possesses my soul. A vastitude of emotions coursing through our intercourse. Hypersleep with me.
That was In Love with an Android by Bending Grid. Up next, off the label Spun Out of Control, this is Vision Line by Bryce Miller. That was Vision Line by Bryce Miller. And now, back to the show. And we're back for my main interview. Let me introduce my guest. Batman returns from the Netherlands. His love for collecting came from his grandfather, who spent his free time collecting postal stamps. Since he was a kid, he started collecting all kinds of Batman things. So post your bat emojis in the chat for Joost, aka the Batman Collector.
Thank you.
Nice
to be back.
I have a really cool intro for you, but I'm saving that for the trivia, just so you know. Back here on Heartbeat Hero Radio, Joost. Welcome back. How you doing?
I'm doing good. A little bit tired, but since the last time I was here, became a father for the second time, so it's part of the deal.
Congratulations. You've expanded your baby. You've expanded your family. So I'm sure that has a big impact on your life. Have you been able to make this new child a Batman fan already?
Yes, he has worn several Batman clothing pieces, and but he's growing really fast. So he's already growing out of most of the baby clothes, Batman clothes, baby rompers, whatever I have. He's too big. Luckily, I have a lot of T-shirts, so he will be safe for many years to come.
Awesome.
As long as my wife will allow it.
Hoping she will. If she's watching, please allow it. Please allow it.
She's already put him in Harry Potter pants as well, so he's ruined already.
It's a fight. It's a fight till the end. The new Flash movie came out last year. I watched it in the cinema with my kids and had a blast. I finally got to see Michael Keaton return as Batman. What did you think of that movie?
I absolutely do not understand how many people hated that movie. It was a great movie. It's great to see Michael Keaton back. It's great to see so many Batmans in one single movie, even if it's George Clooney. I love him. It was a really difficult movie. It's not a typical superhero movie where the hero in the end beats the bad guy. It's a very sad ending for a run-of-the-mill superhero movie, and I think that surprised a lot of people. But it did bring about a bit of the meme, like DC must really hate Batman because he keeps dying. He dies in this movie. He dies in the new Arkham game. I believe he dies in the Suicide Squad. We Must Kill the Justice League game. So somebody at DC really hates Batman last year. No.
What's been added to your collection since you were last here on the show?
A few things, a few very weird things, and those are the things I like the best. But for example, I came across a guy who makes tiny little cardboard figures, and when you turn a little crank at the bottom, the legs start moving, and he's made them into several different characters. And of course, I bought the Adam West one where he holds the bomb above his head and keeps running like some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. It's so weird, and that's one of the things. It's not licensed or anything, but that's the kind of thing I really like. It's Batman. It's weird Batman. It's not. I go to the shop and I buy 500 different kinds of colors of the Funko. They can be fun as well, but it's the really typical stuff that I like the best.
You like the unique stuff, right?
Yeah.
So,
and I also found a comic, Batman: The Abduction, which actually is about Batman being abducted by aliens, probed. It's really weird. It's even weirder than Batman versus Predator, which is also an actual comic.
I'm wearing a Batman t-shirt from The Batman. You are as well, but they can't. Yeah, I think we had to show everybody that. That's the old-fashioned Batman. I think it was like a kind of a combination of the new and the old, or is it, what is? Do you know where it's from? That specific logo?
It's clearly a 70s style, but I think it's a mashup of sorts. But the giveaway is this part of the face and the nose. That's really the blue and the 70s, and usually you can tell the age by the length of his ears.
So when he was in Detective Comics, the first one, was it kind of sort of that logo from the outside? Or did it come later?
Detective Comics? No, it came a bit later. it's the fun is you look online, you can see the evolution of the bat symbol. Some people have animated it, so you can go from a very crudely drawn, simplistic bat shape to the circle, to the Adam West fat bat, to the more stylized bat, to the perfect oval bat. And then in the 90s, the yellow completely disappeared and it was just a big black bat across the chest again. And then we got a big black bat with the little yellow outlines around it. So they keep changing. And you could see the same with the movies. In the Batman, it's actually a batarang. It's the first time it's actually a useful thing that he has on his chest.
We are celebrating 85 years of Batman this year in 2024. From the animated series, Lego has created a Batman Gotham City skyline, including secret compartments using over 4,000 pieces of Lego. You're showing the people the props right there. Tell me what you think of my Batman skyline. Did you complete yours already?
I completed mine, and I absolutely loved it. The style is amazing. The style was already amazing back when the series aired in the 90s. And it still holds up. The series has been put on Netflix as well. I've been watching them all.
Oh, I did not know that.
Again.
I'm going to jump into that.
And it holds up so well. And the it's an insane amount of bricks. And
over
a lot of
4,000.
bags.
Yeah.
Yeah, and every bag is named after an episode of the old series, which I loved.
Wow, I did not know that.
If you look at the booklet, like every bag, there's a little title, and that's the title of different episodes from the series.
So a secret about mine, my daughter made the whole thing. So
okay.
I made 1 or 2 packs, maybe.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite hidden villain?
Just the car, I think. That's the only one I could find real quick.
Okay.
How many are there?
Way too many, but the one I love the best is the Condiment King. It's such a strange villain. He shoots ketchup, he shoots mustard. He was only in the series, and then about 20 years later, they revived him and they put him in comic books again. It's like, okay, this is so silly now, we can do this again.
Amazing. He was also in the Batman Lego movie, I think.
Yeah, they brought him back for that as well.
All right, I'm going to play a track. This is the Batman theme 2022 Imperial March mashup by CLMC Music. And then we're going to talk some more Batman soon. See you soon. That was the Batman theme 2022 Imperial March mashup by CLMC Music. And I just figured out you couldn't hear me now because I had my microphone off. Shout outs to the Twitch chat. We got Robin Lights and Synthmist that have joined us. I've seen the Batman movie, which is the t-shirt I'm wearing right now, 3 times in the cinema, watched it once at home. The release date for Batman Part 2 has unfortunately been moved back to October 2026. It all has to do with the new DC thing. We're going to talk about that later. We still have to wait 2 more years. It has been confirmed that there will be a trilogy. So a total of 3 Batman movies will be made. Joost, where do you think the Batman Part 2 will take us?
If it sticks with the themes of the first one, it will be very noir, detective-y, stuff like that. And I think that should be completely fine to coexist with what James Gunn will probably be doing with the Brave and the Bold.
Yeah, we'll get back to that. I got that planned for later on. But
it's fun to have the different flavors of Batman, and the fact that there's also like in the comics there's also the Elseworld comics that are apart from the main storyline that can do something a little experimental, a little bit different. That's why Joker really works, no matter what it's connected to or supposed to be connected to. I'm really looking forward to Joker 2 as well. That's less waiting.
Wait, that's another topic. Don't talk about that yet. I'm trying to keep these topics together. The Batman Part 2. So we know the Joker's going to be in it. They alluded to that in the like the secret things they showed after that movie, right? You've seen that? You haven't seen it?
I've seen it. Barry Keoghan being completely
exactly.
awesome.
And who else do you think they're going to add to the rogue gallery of Batman 2?
Well, if you look at the end of the first movie, it sets up a storyline that is close to either War Games or mostly to the War Games comics. I think it allows for several smaller villains to become like a kind of a turf war who gets to take over the city that's completely in shambles, which also allows for more simplistic villains like Killer Croc, and then not like the way it's done in the Suicide Squad movie, but like he takes over the sewers because the city is mainly flooded. The Penguin the series will show his rise to power, so I assume it will continue with the Penguin being in power, but the books are usually filled with mobsters. We've seen a version of Black Mask in the Birds of Prey movie. It was fun. I would have preferred to see a closer to the comics one because he's really dark, really creepy, tortured guy that would really work well in this universe. So, and I'm sticking more to the less popular villains. Of course, Joker would be great, but we've seen Joker many times, and Batman's array of villains is so incredibly huge. I don't think we'll see Condiment King. I love him, but I don't think we'll see him in the movie.
He might just be like a guy standing in the corner of the making hot dogs, and then maybe like a nod to him, maybe.
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, definitely. But I'm not holding hope out for it.
All right, I just recently watched The Joker with Joaquin Phoenix. The first time had a really negative effect on me. Now, but watching it back for the second time, I was really able to appreciate it more. What did you think about the Joker movie? And after that, we'll talk about the new Joker movie coming out in October.
It takes more viewings to really appreciate it, because the first time you watch it, you see it and you see it happening. And the second time you watch it, you start wondering what is real and what's happening in his head.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the same with the mystery movies. What's the movie with the guy who tattoos on his arms? There's a movie. In the end, it turns out that he isn't the victim, but he's the killer. But he keeps forgetting that he's the killer.
Oh wait, that's Memento or something like that.
Yeah, Memento. Yeah, it took me 2-3 views to actually appreciate Memento, because if you watch it the first time, the ending's like, what was that? And watch it again, it's like, it really makes sense. It's quite good. And what really worked with Joker as well is the music, and you see the types of music they used for the different scenes, like the real scenes and fake scenes. The music is completely different, which makes me really excited for the second movie, because now they have Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. They have so much potential for the music now.
All right, Then we go. I'll lead into the second one. Joker Folie et Deux. Madness of Two is an upcoming American musical psychological thriller film directed by Todd Phillips. The sequel to Joker, Joaquin Phoenix will reprise the role as the Joker, and Lady Gaga will be joining the cast as his love interest Harley Quinn. Now, Joker was intended to be a stand-alone film with no sequels, but due to the $1 billion of a budget of $65 million, Warner Brothers thought a pretty good idea to release a sequel. As Todd Phillips also directed A Star Is Born, featuring Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. I was wondering if you've seen A Star Is Born, because I really like that. And how do you think that will move over into this movie?
I haven't seen A Star Is Born, and
you should.
I've heard it's really good, but I for some reason it's not been high on my watch list. I've watched some really crap films, but those are way easier to watch when you're tired and have a kid sleeping on you. I've watched the MonsterVerse movie, so I started with Godzilla and then King Kong, and now the next Godzilla. They are way easier to watch.
And maybe you shouldn't even watch it, because I'm pretty much they're gonna feel similar, because it has a dark tone to it as well. It's different than the Joker, but there are a lot of similarities. I think we'll see. I don't think there will be too many tracks they're going to be singing in. I think it's going to be tasteful. I don't think it's going to be like a musical Sound of Music thing.
No, I've heard several rumors, and if they use it like they did in the first movie, like all the dream sequences, or when he's in his head, and those are the parts with the movie. Because in the trailers we see them do elaborate dance settings on a piano, and okay, those are clearly moments that are going to be in his mind, not real.
Exactly.
But it makes me really wonder. Okay, they did it this way the first movie, and now there's two crazy people. How do you go from that? Is she the crazy fan, or does she save him from rotting away in the mental institute? They are not bound by the comics, and that's why I liked the Joker as a one-off. It could completely ignore all the rest of the universe. But sure, let them have another movie. It's not like Marvel, where they have one universe and everything has to fit together. I'm completely fine with the three different flavors we're going to have in a while, and the series next to that.
Yes, I'm going to play one more track, and then we're going to talk about the new James Gunn DC Universe. This is a really short version of Batman 1966, the theme song by CLMC Music. That was CLMC Music with the 1966 theme song of Batman. Now let's talk confirmations and predictions for James Gunn's new DC Universe movie plans. They're going to be recasting for the Superman and Batman. The kickoff movie will be Superman Legacy, which they also changed to only Superman. The release date for that is scheduled the 11th of July, 2025. David Cornsweet will be playing Superman. Rachel Brosnahan will be playing Lois Lane. And I don't think the new Batman movie has been cast yet. Joost, what are your predictions? No. And who would you like to be the new Batman and Alfred for that thing?
I've seen some rumors where the two names I see the most are Jensen Ackles and Alan Ritchson. And I'm holding out for Alan Ritchson. Alan Ritchson, for the DC viewer, is known for Titans, where he played Hawk. But he's also from the Reacher movies, I think. But I like his look for the type of Batman they are rumored to be looking for. So we're starting with a Batman who's more experienced with a Robin instead of another origin story. You don't need the young look of Pattinson. I know he's not that young anymore necessarily, but a bit more chiseled and old.
I think that leads into The Brave and the Bold. Where you can tell us more about that.
Yeah. Well, if we get a Batman with a Robin, there's already a starting point. We don't need an origin movie for Batman, an origin movie for Robin, and I think that Gunn has shown to be very capable of doing that. He completely started off into the wild with Peacemaker, and during the story, he could tell what happened in the past that caused him to be like this. I think he should be completely fine doing the same with Batman. I really hope that we get a proper Nightwing and several Robins possibly, and a Batgirl and an Alfred. The Bat family is such an interesting part of the movies, and the most we've gotten is Robin for a movie, and I don't know how long Batgirl was in it. Alicia Silverstone for like 15 minutes.
So Dick Grayson is Nightwing, right? He turned into Nightwing, right? For the people that aren't really into Batman. And then you
first
have
Robin, Dick Grayson became Nightwing. Second Robin got killed. Later came back as the Red Hood. And the third Robin is
Damian.
No, Tim Drake. And that's the bisexual Robin you're going to see a lot of this month because it's Pride Month. The fourth one is Damian. That's the actual biological child.
Oh yeah.
Of Batman.
Who is the mother?
Talia al Ghul.
Oh.
The daughter of Ra's al Ghul. And there is a Robin in between. Actually, that's a female Robin who was killed off, not killed off, came back, or better known as Spoiler. But he's also had several Batgirls. One Robin became Red Robin to keep it apart easier. If you look at a more recent storyline, you see he has like 12 people to hang back on. And so, yeah, Batman is the dark, scary, single, broody guy. No, he's not. He has so many brightly colored people surrounding him.
Exactly.
I'd like to see more of that, and not just in a Justice League setting. What I liked in the Batman versus Superman movie, what Zack Snyder said, there is a Robin suit in the cave of the Robin that got killed. And Snyder later told in many interviews, like, well, it's Dick Grayson was the one that got killed in my universe. And I was like, what? How do you do that? We'll never get to see it. We're never going to see the Snyderverse restored, I fear. I'm holding out hope for the Ayer cut of Suicide Squad, but that's a small chance. I think the chance is bigger that we're going to get to see the different cut of Batman Forever, but that's also a very small chance.
All right, Joost, the time, it flies by when we talk about Batman. I want to thank you for another great interview. I'm hopefully going to make a trilogy with you for next year. Do you think you can agree to that?
Sure.
Awesome.
Should be fine.
Awesome. All right, I'm going to get the other trivia guests, and I have 3 tracks I'm going to play before we play some trivia. We got Heartbeat Hero with Batman Synthwave. Then we have Corvad with Tesla, the Batman soundtrack from the Iceberg Lounge nightclub scene from the Batman movie. And then the Batman theme from 1989. Let's have a listen and gather our trivia guests. All right, and we're back with my trivia guest. Welcome, everybody. You can't hear them yet. I'm going to give them a nice introduction. We're going to start with my first guest. Aliens is his favorite movie. When he DJs, the dance floor is on fire. His eyes glow neon. The stage goes higher. A new synthwave t-shirt every day. He rocks. Please welcome the one and only Julian, a.k.a. Neon Fox.
Neon Fox walks the talks, glowing bright in his neon socks. Neon Fox with his electric glow, a bundle of fun. He's the star of the show.
Up next, a man on the internet, a man who loves Doctor Who and who tries to like the prequels of Star Wars, but he just can't. A man who probably thinks long introductions are awkward. A man who loves the synthwave scene. Give it up for this man, Andy Last.
Well, let me tell you about Andy Last. Never move slow, always fast. Twist and turn, fall and crash. Neon lights and one big smash.
My next guest grew up on an army base in Japan, featured on New Retrowave accompanying Nelio, and has a podcast twice a week on Night Ride FM. Please welcome the lovely Kaarin Zoe Lee.
She's a ray of sunshine, bright and free. Oh, life's a party with Kaarin Zoe. Kaarin Zoe, as fun as can be. With her around, it's pure fun.
Yeah, I doesn't know how to pronounce it.
She's a ray of sunshine, bright and free. Oh, life's a party with Kaarin Zoe.
And back from my interview, a man who loves bats, the Batman collector, Joost.
He's got a suit, yeah, he's got the cape. His bat gadgets are all the latest shape. He swings around his living room at night, pretending to be Gotham's Dark Knight. So if you see a bat fan running wild, that's our Joost, Gotham's favorite child. With a grin and a cowl, he's a sight to see. In his bat-obsessed, crime-fighting spree.
Yes, and from the UK, the Synthwave Connoisseur selects the ultimate Synthwave tracks for a Spotify playlist every week. Please welcome the awesome Dawn, aka Synthwave 83.
She's got a stack of records, oh, they're so pristine. From the synthwave gods, her collection's clean. Writing interviews, she's got the scoop. With the greatest artists, she's in the loop. Synthwave 83.
All right, and now I will explain the rules for the trivia for the people that keep forgetting the rules. Each turn, you can choose from the following categories: 80s, 90s, 0s, 10s, Marvel, Star Wars, Disney, Seinfeld, Batman, and music clips. I will read them again later in the trivia. Some have multiple choice and some do not. Marvel, Star Wars, and Disney are guaranteed multiple choice, and you get 1 point for each correctly answered question. There is a twist to the trivia. The Disney and Marvel and Star Wars trivia is worth 2 points each. The catch is you do not get multiple choice, and you only get 10 seconds to answer that question. I will also have a unique category with TV theme songs from TV series. Let me give an example. So you can guess this one.
Knight Rider.
Yep. That was the Knight Rider. All right, so medium is 1 point and hard is 2 points. You can just get 10 seconds on those hard ones. So within listening to the 10 seconds, you have to give an answer. I also made a Batman Returns trivia for the movie Batman Returns. 9 are easy with 1 point and 1 is hard with worth 2 points. We're going to play one practice round where we receive no points, and then the official 5 rounds will follow. Let's play the warm-up round of Trivia.
This is the trivia song. Why don't you sing along? Getting every question wrong. This is the trivia song.
And we're going to start with Julian, aka Ian Fox. So which category would you like?
Give me some 80s.
80s. 80s trivia. What 80s fashion trend was inspired by the movie Flashdance? You have 4 options. A, bell bottoms, B, headbands, C, leg warmers, or D, earmuffs.
C, leg warmers.
C, leg warmers is correct. 0 points for Julian.
Stupid.
Andy, you're up next.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you said Batman Returns is a category?
Yes.
Okay, that one.
All right, I just have to pull it up because I did not do that yet. Show Batman trivia. All right. So I'm holding up the card just for show, but it's coming from my screen. Okay. Question. Do Batman, Catwoman, and Penguin have any pets?
What? Yes. Wait, all 3 of them or just any of them?
That is correct. You said yes.
Okay.
So they all have pets. Batman has bats, Catwoman has cats, and Penguin has penguins. All right.
And Penguin also has a little bird. He's got a little budgie. Remember that?
Many pets. All right, that's 0 points for Andy. Kaarin, Zoe Lee, which category would you like?
Give me 90s.
Yeah, no Disney? All right. 90s.
Not this time. No, because they started asking for the ones that were after my generation, like Wish. I don't know nothing about that.
All right, the question is, in Friends, what did Phoebe promise to give Chandler if he never smoked again? I have 3 options for you. That's A, car, B, a duck, or C, $7,000.
Probably a duck. Sorry, I didn't watch Friends.
Does anyone know the answer?
I thought I was getting 90s
It's a
music.
7,000, I think.
Yeah. That's correct, 7,000. All right, Dawn, you're up. Which category would you like?
Let's go 80s.
80s. 80s. Who won the Super Bowl in 1989? Was that A, the 49ers, B, the Patriots, C, the Cowboys, or D, the Giants?
Let's say the Giants.
The Giants is incorrect. Anybody know the answer?
The Pats? I don't know.
It's the 49ers. The 49ers. Yeah. I know how much Andy loves these sports questions that come in between. Joost, I think I know which category you like, but would you like the Batman Returns or just the hard ones?
I should go for the hard ones, but you made the Batman Returns. Do a Batman Returns one.
All right, we'll do it. I'll give you the hard one. The one hard one I have. Let's see. So let's see. Which one was the hard one? Hard question for 2 points, but which one was it? It was this one. All right. Yes. What time do Bruce and Selena decide to meet for dinner? Was that A, 6 o'clock, B, 5 o'clock, or C, 8:30?
I think 8:30.
I thought it was that.
Bruce says 5, then 6, and Selena agrees on 5. Okay, that was trivia. Now we're going to talk to Julian. Could everybody else mute their mics? And we're going to have a chat with Julian. Julian, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
I am fine. I'm going to put you on the screen here.
On the big screen.
Where'd I go? Layout change. Yeah, if everybody can mute their mics, that's not Julian. I loved your promo for the show tonight. Sub Neon said, Jules, blink twice if you can hear me. We're all here to help you. Last October in 2023, you went to see Ollie Ride and Time Cop. Tell me how that was.
Oh, that was awesome. I got to go over to Seattle, an amazing city. And yeah, we saw Time Cop with Josh Daly, The Bad Dreamers, and then Ollie Ride with Parallels. So it was amazing.
And who else was there?
Just
from the sense we've seen, if you can remember at all.
Kaarin was there briefly. Who else? We had John Congston. We had Ten Blue and Radke. And of course, Joe the Traveler, Loke. He's everywhere.
All right, I got a new game I'm going to play with you, Julian. That sounds really awkward, but it's called What's Your Favorite Food? Here we go.
What's your favorite food? Tell me, let's get in the mood. Is it something spicy, something sweet? A dish that makes your heart skip a beat? Ah, what's your favorite food?
All right, this new segment is called What's Your Favorite Food? You can pick one or the two, and I'm going to keep on asking new items to the list. Lasagna or ice cream?
Ice cream.
Ice cream or donuts?
Ice cream.
Ice cream or cookies?
Ice cream.
Ice cream or cheesecake?
Ice cream.
Ice cream or brownie?
Ice cream.
Ice cream or spaghetti?
Ice cream.
Ice cream or hamburgers?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ice cream.
Ice cream or waffles?
Ice cream.
Ice cream or pancakes?
Ice cream.
Ice cream or sushi?
Ice cream.
Ice cream or French fries?
Fries.
Oh, made a switch. French fries or pizza?
Fries.
Fries or milkshake?
Fries.
Fries or bacon?
Oh, I have to choose?
You got to choose.
Bacon.
Bacon. Okay, bacon or ribs?
Bacon.
Bacon or hot dog?
Bacon.
Bacon or steak?
Steak.
Julian, we found it. Steak is your favorite food. Congratulations.
You got it.
All right, what was your favorite Batman movie?
Favorite Batman movie? That would be The Dark Knight.
And why was that your favorite?
Because of Heath. I mean, that Joker was amazing. And yeah, so the whole movie was great.
Did you enjoy it more than the new Joker?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the really, really, really serious Joker. And yeah, I like more comic book style movies. And yeah, I think Heath Ledger just knocked it out of the park.
I'm going to post a link of the State of Synth episodes in the chat. And you can give me a summary of what State of Synth has brought us the last year.
Oh, man. We've brought some cool artists. Last week we had Bending Grid on with a bunch of the talent that's featured on his album, which includes Kaarin, by the way. And we also had, now you got me on the spot.
I'll help you out. You had Runaway Wild, System
That's right,
Glitch,
Runaway Wild.
Outrunner, Ace Buchanan, Respect the Spectre.
Yep.
Is that a name?
Neuron Spectre, yep.
Sex Knob.
Yeah, that would be a Popcorn Kid.
Popcorn Kid, Mark Matthews. A lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, it's been a great season.
Great season.
Next week,
yeah,
we have the Midnight on.
Wow! Congratulations. That is
Tim and
awesome.
Tyler gonna be joining us.
We'll be tuning into that. All right, last question. I'm gonna ask everybody this question: Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. Who will win, or will there be a draw? Oh, you're gonna go for Tyson. All right.
Yeah, Tyson.
All right.
I don't give a crap, quite honestly.
All right. I got a track for you picked out. It's called Behelit by Demi K, Jacket, and Turbo Knight. Let's enjoy. All right, that was Behelit by Demi K, Jacket Turbo Night. And we're going to play now trivia round one. We're going to start with Julian, a.k.a. Neon Fox. Julian, which category would you like?
80s, please. Just keep going.
80s.
No sports questions. No sports questions. No sports questions.
No sports questions. Who voices Gizmo in Gremlins? Was that A, Howie Mandel, B, a computer, C, Christopher Lloyd, or D, Harrison Ford?
Howie Mandel.
That is correct. That's 1 point for Julian. Andy.
I'll do Batman Returns.
Batman Returns. Somebody in there is giving feedback, but not now for some reason. All right, weird. Batman Returns, a new question. Let's see. What is the Penguin's human name? Is that A, Peter Penn, B, Tom Banks, or, C, Oscar Smith, or B, Oswald Cobblepot?
Hold on, you said those letters in a... It's Oswald Cobblepot. I don't know what letters you did there. Okay.
I got the letters messed up. There are no letters. I'm just adding them.
Okay.
1 point for Andy. All right, Kaarin, Zoe Lee. Which category would you like? 90s again?
Sure.
All right.
Even though it's not just music, it was crapshoot.
All right. In The Simpsons, who shot Mr. Burns? Was that A, Maggie Simpson, B, Marge Simpson, or C, Lisa Simpson?
Yeah, it was Maggie. That's the one I did see.
That is correct. All right, everybody's on a roll. Dawn.
I'm going to go for Disney.
Disney.
In 2022.
And would you like Disney for 1 point or for 2 points?
Let's go 2.
2 points. That means you get 10 seconds to answer the question. You do not get any options. In which year did Mickey Mouse make his first appearance in Steamboat Willie? 10.
1917.
1928.
Oh, close.
Joost.
So close.
You want to go for another Batman Returns trivia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Always.
Where
It's a
is...
whole- I keep digging.
These are easy, so you'll probably get all these. Where is Penguin's hideout? In a big house? In an igloo? He doesn't have one. Or the sewer or zoo?
It's the last one, the sewer/zoo.
That is correct.
But there's a big igloo on top of that.
Details. If everybody can mute their mics, we're going to have a chat with Andy last.
Oh, here I go. Mute.
Here you go. Everybody mute except Andy. Andy, congrats on the 400 episodes of Beyond Synth. I know you've been busy very lately. You put up a post where you told us that the universe has won. Please tell us more.
Well, because it's episode 400, and so I wanted it to be like a celebratory episode. So I came up with a fun idea, and then it just turned out to be too much work. So it's not done. So now the celebration episode will just be whenever it's finished. So the universe won in the sense that I'm not doing a celebratory 400 episodes, and it'll be like episode 417 or whenever the hell I finish it. That's all.
Hopefully before the 500th one.
Well, that'll be so stupid because if I put it out and then it actually comes out so close to 500 that I have to do something else, it's a lot of work. Lazy.
Could you give us a summary of what Beyond Synth has done the last year? I'm going to put a link in the chat so you can maybe check it out there. Helping you out. So what have you been doing the last year? Who've you had on? What have been some fun episodes?
I don't know. This year hasn't really been that eventful, I don't think. I'm terrible at selling this thing. Look, man, it's been a long time. Well, I had Lifelike on at the start of the season, so that was good. A little bit of synthwave history. But no, it was mostly me thinking about what I was going to do for the 400th and then failing. That's what this year's been about. Well, we're doing a bunch of different like show styles. So every episode is a little different. So there's the classic interview ones. So really this season was about going back to basics. So now when I do classic interview shows, they're a lot more like the ones we used to do, like in the early seasons, just no fluff or playlists, just goes right into the interview. And then I do shows with Mike Mendoza called Radio Fiasco, and I do things with Marco, which is the Power Hour, and then there's also the Round Table and things like that. So
I really enjoyed the one you did with Mike for the 400 one. I thought it was really
well, they're fun
for the 400.
Yeah, they're fun things. Like they're a little faster paced and stuff like that, and we have a good time. And yeah, really, it's just because I'm busy. I got all these other projects on the go, and so this year I was trying to just sort of simplify and make the show. And I screwed up though. That was the whole thing. The universe won. Like I had this awesome plan, and you're making me depressed now. Like, I haven't done anything cool. Like all these people are gonna be like, "What did we do this year? Oh, the Midnight are coming on." Like, what did I do? I put out like 3 episodes and then got pissed off because anyway, whatever. It's all good.
So
beyond sense, everybody.
Maybe I can pick you up by playing what's your favorite food? Would you like to play the game?
Burgers.
All right, done with that. What's your favorite Batman movie?
Batman Returns, which is why you're gonna see me doing this one a lot.
Are you serious? Why is that your favorite?
I think it's a very unique and strange film. And the more I think about it, the more it's like such a weird thing. Like it's a mainstream superhero film that is just weird as hell. And like it's kind of gross. And the script is all just sex puns. And it looks cool. And it's one of my favorite Danny Elfman scores. Like I love the Catwoman theme. I love the Penguin theme. That scene where he's like going to the grave to see his dead parents or whatever. And it's just like this really nice. And I love the and Christopher Walken's in it, and he's awesome. And I don't know, it's just a nice. I just dig it. I just dig everything about it. The way it looks. It's a sequel. Like nowadays, like a lot of sequels, they all get meta. And you can't just have like just a standalone film. It has to be all callbacks to like the previous movies and all that shit. And Batman Returns is a sequel that is like kind of nothing like the first one. And there really isn't any callbacks or references other than like one line about Vicky Vale. And other than that, like no one's repeating catchphrases or doing anything. It's just a solid, cool movie. And it's my favorite Batman suit. My favorite costume is the one from Returns.
Hopefully we'll get that in the new DC universe, that they're not going to have any callbacks as well.
They will. They all do. Like that's the way movies are now. It's all fucking meta. It's like you got a script and then you have to like half the thing is just like make sure they say the joke from the thing, and if there's some internet meme, make sure we reference that and all this other shit that's going to age like crap. And then like anyway, Batman Returns is my favorite one.
All right, what is one of the worst movies you've ever seen?
That's a good question. I haven't been watching a lot of things lately. Like I'll even like the so bad they're good movies, I wouldn't put them in that category, right? So it's got to be like just shit.
Something that you were like had high hopes for, but it turned out to be crap.
That why can't I answer that question? That's so weird. What's just a movie that sucks? I remember Mortal Kombat Annihilation, right? I was really excited for that. But the thing is, I still enjoy watching it.
Yeah.
Like it's garbage, but like it's a funny movie to watch because I'm a Mortal Kombat fan. So like it makes me happy to watch, but it is shit. Oh, the Terminator, all these fucking Terminator sequels, they're all garbage. Terminator fucking Genesis, and then what else? What else, man? Like there's a lot. You know what I find? A lot of modern movies, they're all okay, right? Like they're not like it's like you watch them, maybe you don't love it or whatever, but like they're all kind of fine, and so I don't have that visceral reaction, right? Like if you want me to be like I fucking hated this movie, we can't swear, can we? Whoops. It's my issue is to really hate something, like it's got to be really, really bad, and I just don't think I've seen anything that like elicited that from me, like where I was like, oh my god, like I have to shut this off, like this is garbage.
Yeah, exactly. Were there any movies you just discontinued watching?
Yes, but I mean, like, then it's okay. I was on Tubi and I saw some movie. It was like Shark. It was like about a plushy shark that kills people. And I wanted to see, like, because I'm watching these things going, wait, so can I just get a movie on Tubi if I just like shoot it on my phone? Because
what is this Tubi? I don't know what
Tubi is. Tubi TV. It's like a streaming service. It's free, but you have to sit through commercials. And apparently you can get anything on there. Because this plushy shark movie, it is filmed with iPhone cameras, has like the worst effects, like really bad, like it's shit. Like it's a shit movie like that someone just made over a weekend. In a way, it's inspiring because it's like, well, if they can do this, then I can get a movie on Tubi, right? Like all I need is a cell phone and like the opening scene, the guy's supposed to be on a dock, like catching a shark. And his feet are just cut off. Like the green screen stopped at his feet and they didn't bother giving him feet. And it's like this really shitty, you can download like green screen elements on like YouTube or whatever. And like, that's like how they got their rain effect. So it looks just really bad. And I shut that off, but like, it's not a real movie.
All right.
So,
Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. Who's going to win? Is it going to be a draw? Do you not care at all?
I don't care, but Mike Tyson, he's old, so it'll be funny, right? He'll punch his head off or something, and it'll be like, I don't know. It's weird. It's like, it's a weird thing, when you're saying like, who are you rooting for? Like this weird, stupid YouTube idiot from like a different generation that I don't give a shit about, or like this old rapist. And it's sort of like, I don't know who the good guy is here. Like, I guess Mike Tyson is, but like, he's still not a good, remember, it's like the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp thing where like people are picking sides and it's sort of like, they're both kind of assholes. You know what I mean? So it's like, I get that maybe like one's coming out on top during this situation, but like, it's weird to root for one of them. Does that make sense? Was that answer too real?
I got a track for you. It's Strangers by George Ergum. Here we go. that was Strangers by George Ergum, and we're going to play Trivia Round 2. And after that, before we start the Trivia Round 2, we're going to have Julian shout out some people. But first, this Trivia Round 2 song.
It's time for Trivia Round 2. From retro classics to the fresh and new. Do you know the answer? Do you have a clue? It's time for Trivia Round 2.
All right, and now it's time for the shout outs by Neon Fox. Go ahead.
Let's shout out Craig Packman, who's in the chat, all the way from Perth, Australia. Yeah. I guess it's, holy cow, it's almost 4 a.m. in the morning for him.
Yeah, Jesus.
Christ. Straight. And shout out to Temporal Waves. Temporal Waves, right there. See that? That vinyl right there. And of course, shout outs to, who else? Who else is in the chat? We got HS1986.
That's Hesdy.
Yeah.
All right, Julian, you're up first. Round 2. Which category would you like for the trivia?
80s. It's gotta be 80s.
Okay, who directed The Karate Kid? Was that A, John G. Avildsen, B, Steven Spielberg, C, John Carpenter, I would like to see that one, or D, James Cameron?
A. Whatever his name was.
Yeah, exactly. That is correct.
Process of elimination.
All right, I see that we need to renew our... we got 50 more minutes. We got 15 more minutes. I'll send you guys a new link when it just shuts down. Andy, you're up next. Which category would you like? I'm assuming Batman Returns. Yes.
Yeah.
What does Selena Kyle make her Catwoman costume out of? Was that A, a black and leather jacket, B, silk pajamas, C, she doesn't make it, she buys one, or D, t-shirts and shorts?
Black leather jacket.
That is correct. That is correct. 1 point. Kaarin, Zoe Lee, which category?
Let's do Disney.
Disney.
Sure.
A 1-pointer or a 2-pointer?
Let's make it 2. If I don't know it in 10 seconds, I don't know it.
2 points. All right. In Inside Out, who is Riley's imaginary friend? 10, 9.
Bingo or Bongo or...
7, 6,
I don't know.
5,
I don't know his name. Bumbo.
3. You were so close. It was Bing Bong.
I knew it was something.
That's close enough.
I want Disney before the 90s, please. Or before the 2000s.
All right, Dawn.
Take notes. Take notes.
Dawn is up next. Which category would you like?
Give us a Batman one then.
Easy bat. You want the Batman Returns? Or do you want a hard one?
Please.
Okay.
No, just Batman Returns.
Batman Returns. Honey, I'm home. Oh, I forgot I'm not married. Who said this? Was that A, Poodle Lady, B, Max Schreck, C, Selena Kyle, or D, Bruce Wayne?
Bruce Wayne?
Anybody else know the answer?
Take it, Batman guy.
Selena Kyle.
Honey, I'm home. Oh, I forgot I'm not married. Joost, you're up next. Which question would you like? I'm assuming one from the Batman Returns.
Keep going, yes.
All right, I'm keeping going. Where is the switch to enter the Batcave? A, the bookshelf. B, there is no switch. C, Bruce's watch. Or D, the fish tank?
Fish tank.
That is correct. Oh, why I entered a Q instead of a 1. All right, we're going to have a chat with Kaarin, Zoe Lee. Everybody, please mute their mics except Kaarin. I apologize, Kaarin, for the AI. I could not pronounce your name. I tried multiple times, but those tracks were not as fun as this one. How you doing?
I'm okay. I'm great. I'm doing one of my favorite things. I'm on your show.
Awesome.
I love these shows.
Awesome. Please give me a summary of your show, KZL, which you brought us past here. By the way, I have something.
Uh-oh. He has...
Is it this one?
He has
I
a...
gotta look. No, that's the other one.
Go through that laundry pile. It's in there. It's one of them black ones. That helps,
One
right?
of the black ones. Here we go.
Oh.
I just ordered
Is he
Julian's.
alive?
I already have Synthwave 83s. I don't actually know if Andy has one still. I looked on his website, but I couldn't find a T-shirt. Andy, do you still have T-shirts on your website? Somewhere hidden? I know you're muted.
Mute myself? No. The answer is no. Goodbye.
There's no it's Beyond Synth merch?
That is correct. No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
No.
I understand. Hassle. All right. Back to Kaarin. So I'm going to paste a link to Night Ride FM, the Kaarin Zoe Lee
right on.
thingies that you can see all the episodes there that you've worked on. Let's go back a year to
you shared the
around
episode that you
06.
were on. The first episode you were on.
But what?
You just posted a link to a specific episode. It was the first episode that I had you on.
Oh, yeah. Well, does it also show the other episodes, or does it not?
If you just go to the nightride.fm/archive, you'll get to them.
Oh, wait. Okay.
You'll get to all of them.
We're going to post the right link. And then if I click your name, then it's still...
Don, you're on that one too.
Let's see.
Oh, she's muted. Oh, that
Oh,
was
yeah.
a fun episode.
I was told to mute. Oh, I
yeah,
looked
no,
around.
I forgot. Sorry.
So yeah,
the episode that was Heartbeat Hero, Synthwave 83, and Space Jams Radio.
But that was
Do
a
you
while
remember
back.
that one?
That was not last year. That was a while back. That was
Yeah, it was 2022, like early.
2022.
Wow.
One of my first panels of that year. Yeah. And then I had you on again recently.
Yes, with Maya Kamara, Rogue FX, Serena. You've had Los Angeles panel, MK Khan, Benesh, Teradyne, Elevate the Sky, Slack Machine. They were all on at the same time. Wow, that's what busy.
Yeah, it was a
busy
big
list.
one. I also had Gray Stars, Jacket, and Geovoc. That was my last panel on Thursday.
Very cool.
So I do mostly just music, like new releases and
Yeah.
submissions. I take submissions at my email, but I also direct people to submit them to the Night Ride, submit.nightride.fm, so they go to our 24/7 stream. And yeah, I usually pick my guests from my submitters often, or just something that I like and need to rope in. So
You've done a lot of shows. You try to do 2 shows a day. The last few
Week.
months, or sorry, yeah. 2 shows a week. And you've had a little bit of a hiatus the last few weeks, I think, because busy. I think.
yeah, family stuff, my
Exactly.
kid. Mhm.
Exactly. Really good that you do that. You've had a Halloween special.
Every year I have a Halloween special.
You have everyone
yeah.
every year. Okay, cool.
Mhm, and a holiday special.
Awesome. So that's around Christmas time, I'm assuming, the holiday special.
It's one of my last shows of the year.
Awesome. All right. We're going to play your favorite food, or do you already know it?
Steak ice cream.
Steak. You can't choose between the two.
Well, okay. I've got to put a different category for savory and sweet, though. So I definitely like steak in the savory category, but ice cream's in the sweet category.
And what
I can't
type?
choose between the two.
What type of ice cream would you go for then?
Chocolate, but it's got to be Haagen-Dazs.
It's got to be Haagen-Dazs. So
Gotta be.
an Italian chocolate, maybe.
I'll try it if I haven't had it before. But most like the box ice creams in the States are just
Yeah.
fluffy and terrible.
Exactly.
So
That's true. Your favorite Batman movie?
I haven't seen a lot of them, but I did see the Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy. That was the last one I saw in theaters. That was a long time ago. I liked her.
She is.
I thought she was hot. I'm not really up on my Batman lore.
That's okay. That's okay. You're not. So, what was the last movie you've seen?
In theaters or ever?
Let's say in theaters. That's. I mean, you took the time to go to the theater for a movie. That's probably a big deal.
No, I took my kid to see Wish. I didn't. It was awful.
Speaking of bad movies, what was the worst movie you've ever seen?
The worst movie I've ever seen? Like Andy, it's just they're not like they're not like total crap these days, but if it is kind of garbage, I'll just turn it off. And I really loved Mean Girls, and I gave Mean Girls 2 a shot, and it was
a musical. That was a musical, right?
Not that one. There was a sequel on Netflix that had a totally different cast. It was a totally different generation, and it wasn't as well written. The dialogue was cheesy. It looked like a campy made-for-TV movie from the 90s, but they put it on Netflix. So I turned that off pretty damn quick.
I was just thinking, I mean, you don't even have time to watch movies. You're doing 2 shows a week. I mean, who has time to watch movies?
At night, we watched The Mask the other night.
That is a good
Brought
one.
that one out of the vault.
Classic. And your son has never... Did he watch it for the first time? Because that's an amazing experience to be able to witness that with him.
No, he was in bed already. It was just...
Oh, he hasn't seen it yet? Okay.
Nah.
If you had a clone, what would you make her do?
I would leave her here with the family, and I would go travel and see all the shows that I'm missing while I'm here. It's fine because they'll never know, right?
Is there any?
If they know, I have to send the clone.
Is there any specific show you wanted to see that you weren't able to go to?
Everything that they do in the UK. I've been over there one time to see one show, and they keep putting on these Hotline Bristol. I want to go to that. And every year, like, I get serious FOMO from everything going on in London.
Yeah, I had that when you guys went to Florida, so you're not alone in that.
Oh.
The Midnight actually are performing here in July, I think, or June, soon. But it was outside, so I'm like, you don't know what the weather's going to be like, so I don't want to get wet.
Yeah. Same. They're coming out here to an outdoor venue in September in the Seattle area, so we'll see. I would never book an outdoor.
That's what I was thinking.
Show
I'll just
in
wait
Seattle.
till,
Not even in July. I wouldn't do it.
Final question. You might not even care. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. Who's going to win?
Probably Tyson. I don't care, but probably Tyson.
Everybody's saying Tyson. Everybody's saying Tyson. All right, I got a track. It's called The Awakening. It's featuring Isidore, and it's by Pashang. Here we go. yeah, that was The Awakening featuring Isidore by Pashang. And now we're going to play trivia round 3.
It's time for trivia round 3. It's time for trivia round 3.
Tell Daniel what question you would like to see.
All right, Julian, which question would you like to see?
Let's see. Let's try something different. I'll try 80s.
80s. Totally complete new strategy for Julian.
By the way, quick shout out to Dream Pocket. I forgot to yell.
Dream Pocket. Dream Pocket, how you doing? Thank you for joining in. The question for Julian is from the 80s, and it is how many Saturday detentions did John Bender get in The Breakfast Club? Was that A, 8, B, 6, C, 7, or D, 4?
8.
That is correct. Andy, which category would you like?
I would like to do a shout out to Craig Packman. Woo! I'll take Batman again.
Craig Packman, how you doing? All right. Yeah, I mean, it's hats off that he's staying up so late. What does Catwoman say when she first meets Batman and Penguin? Does she say, "Hi, boys"? Does she say, "Meow"? Does she say, "I'm Catwoman"? Or does she say nothing?
She says, "Meow."
That is correct. Point for Andy. Kaarin, which category would you like?
Can you back 90s?
90s.
90s.
Even though it's not music.
I know. Maybe eventually it will be.
Oh, here we go. In Friends, what is in Friends? What is Phoebe's twin sister's name?
Oh, Ursula.
There you go.
I saw 3 or 4 episodes.
There you go. Right,
Apparently
Dawn.
3 or 4 with Ursula.
Dawn, which category would you like?
Let's go 80s.
Let's go 80s. What year did the original Nightmare on Elm Street come out? Was that A, 1982, B, 1987, C, 1989, or D, 1984?
82?
82 is
Oh, mate, this
incorrect.
is not good.
Incorrect. Joost, we're going to continue the Batman things. From Batman Returns, does Penguin take over the Batmobile?
He does.
That is correct. And a point for Joost. We are halfway through the trivia. We're going to have a chat with Joost really quick. Everybody, please mute your mics. And I'm going to add Mike Joost here to the spotlights. Got you there. And we're going to switch this up a little bit. All right. What's your favorite food?
Is coffee? Is that an answer?
Coffee. Yeah, sure. I'm going to add that to the list. Let me see.
It's going to be coffee.
We're going to do that. Lasagna or coffee? All right. Coffee is your favorite food. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul.
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson. Everybody's from Mike Tyson. And what? I already know the answer to this, but what is your favorite Batman movie?
Batman versus Superman.
Of course. You also have a track, and it is called Hot Pursuit, and it's from the album Wishful Thinking by the Neon Syndicate, featured on Rosso Corsa Records. All right, that was Wishful Thinking by the Neon Syndicate, that was off the album Wishful Thinking by the Neon Syndicate, featured on Rosso Corsa Records, and the track was called Hot Pursuit. We got shout outs to Maya Kamara, and now we're going to play trivia round 4. Yes, and we're going to start with Julian. Which category would you like? 80s, I'm assuming.
Yeah, let's try 80s.
80s for a difference. All right, and what famous sci-fi movie did not, I repeat, did not come out in the 80s? Was that A, RoboCop, B, The Terminator, C, Blade Runner, or D, Alien?
Alien. That was 1979.
That is correct. 1 point for Julian. Andy, you're up next. I'm assuming Batman trivia.
Yeah.
Yep.
Batman Returns.
This is the last. This is the last Batman Returns question. After this, all Batman questions are hard, very hard, but still worth 1 point only. Is Catwoman at the end of Batman Returns still alive?
Yes.
That is correct. Kaarin, I'm assuming 90s again.
Let's do Disney.
Disney?
Shake it up a little.
Disney, 2-pointer, 1-pointer?
2.
2-pointer. Got to answer it in 10 seconds. You did have one wrong, and I gave you a point, so I got to take that off. There you go.
Oh, man.
Some reason I was... all right. In Frozen, Anna and Hans finish each other's what? 10, 9...
Sentences?
Dinners? And you want to know the answer?
The sandwiches?
Yes, that is correct.
I watch Frozen at least once a week.
I said 90s Disney.
Why do I know that?
Why do you know that? Why do I not know that and you know that?
I don't know. I don't even like that movie.
I don't like it either.
Is it the worst movie, though? That's the question.
No,
All right.
but I didn't finish it.
All right, Dawn. Which category would you like?
Let's go 80s.
80s. Which TV channel forever changed television and music in 1981? Was it A, Muse TV, B, Lifetime, C, CBC, or D, MTV?
I don't know.
Which I'm gonna read again. Which TV channel forever changed television and music?
Oh, okay. D. MTV.
Correct.
Oh my god.
MTV.
MTV.
All right, Joost. Batman. We're gonna get hard Batman questions.
Of course.
What was the name of Dick Grayson's relative who lived with Bruce and Dick in Wayne Manor during Batman's Silver Age adventures? What is the name of Dick Grayson's relative who lived with Bruce and Dick in Wayne Manor during Batman's Silver Age adventures? Everybody's.
I have no idea. The only thing I can think of is the mute, handicapped car mechanic, but that's not a relative. So I have no idea.
It was Aunt Harriet.
And he and his keyboard.
Sorry, I was trying to cheat.
And
shout out to Klaatu, by the way.
Yeah.
Klaatu. Oh yeah, Klaatu 80s. All right.
Klaatu Nick.
All right. We're gonna have a chat with Dawn. If everybody can mute their mics, we're gonna go to Dawn. Spotlight on Dawn.
Yikes.
Dawn, what is your favorite food?
I don't know. Maybe lasagna.
Lasagna. Excellent choice. You like Garfield?
Not the new film, no. I like the old stuff.
Ah.
The old stuff was good, but not the new film.
Your favorite Batman movie?
Batman Forever?
Batman with Jim Carrey.
Okay, no. Batman Returns.
All right,
there
you're
we
going with
go.
Annie on that one. You're going with Annie on
Yeah.
that one. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing?
I'm okay. I'm okay. Just been a bit quiet on social media because just life's been up in the air a little bit with my husband's health, and but still been doing my playlist and promoting people on social media as and when. Yeah, it's just nice to just slow down a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
It's been good.
Yeah, it's really nice to take a little hiatus, find yourself, and yeah, I'm
Definitely.
grateful to have you here. I got a track. I had a track picked out, but you wanted to hear something else.
Yeah, because look, this is why I had a reason.
I know. I saw
Ta-da.
it. I'm gonna look it up real quick. It's Heartbeat Hero and Warlock.
It's a yeah.
All right, got it on Bandcamp here. It should play it now. Here we go.
Awesome.
Music. 108.4 FM.
right, that was Radio Waves 108.4 FM by Heartbeat Hero and Warlock, and we're going to play Trivia Round 5. The final round. long I can play that. As long as Jules keep on dancing. All right, Jules,
Yeah.
final round of trivia.
Give me that 80s.
And getting the 80s.
Slow and steady wins the race.
80s. Which professional boxer first rose to fame in the mid to late 80s, 1980s? Was that A. Muhammad Ali, B. Sugar Ray Robinson, C. Rocky Marciano, or D. Mike Tyson?
That would be D. Mike Tyson.
That is correct. That's really what a coincidence.
Right?
Andy, you're up next. I have no more easy Batmans. I only have the
I can't.
hard
I
ones.
don't know Batman trivia past Batman movies, so,
So-
I'll do. I guess I'll do 80s.
80s. 80s. Who is the lead singer of The Police? Is that A. Robert?
Sting.
That is correct.
What's Sting's real name?
What is Sting's real name? I know this, right? No, he has a real name. It's a fucking shit. Sorry, I can't not swear. I'm gonna mute myself.
Kaarin, Zoe Lee, which category would you like?
Give me 90s.
90s.
90s Disney.
90s. Who played the part of Dick Solomon in The Third Rock from the Sun? Was that A. Wayne Knight, B. John Lithgow, or C. French Stewart?
I don't remember their names. I'm gonna go with B.
B. John Lithgow is correct.
Okay. He was the tall guy. I figured
Yeah.
that was the name of the tall guy.
Trinity Killer.
Don, which category would you like?
Can I just say one thing?
Of course.
Can we just have a little wave to my daughter Abby, who's been watching from the other room, and she's playing, and I think she said she's got like 5 points. So well done, Abby.
Well done, well done. We'll see how she does in the speed round.
That's it. Can I have 80s, please?
80s.
Sting's real name is Gordon Matthew Thomas Sumner.
It's too many
Well, that
names.
sucks, doesn't it?
I told you.
Dawn is 80s. Which 1980s theme song inspired its own separate film? Was that A. Eye of the Tiger, B. When Doves Cry, C. Billie Jean, or D. Sweet Dreams?
A.
That is correct.
Hey, Julian, you were wrong.
Oh man, I thought it was Legend of Billie Jean.
Nice.
All right, Joost, final Batman question. Which supervillain put a bounty on Batman's head in the DC Rebirth title All-Star Batman #1 in 2016? Which supervillain put a bounty on Batman's head in the DC Rebirth title All-Star Batman #1 in 2016?
Penguin. No, that's not Penguin. No, I don't know.
It was Two-Face.
Oh.
Two-Face.
So read books.
Yes, yeah, these are the criminally hard. All right, we have a tie between Julian and Andy. Now, I'm going to ask Avengers questions to you guys.
Sudden death.
Sudden death.
Batman Returns.
80s.
No. Now we're in the speed round. Now you get Avengers questions. We're going to start with Julian. Julian, you get 10 seconds to answer this question. You have no options. What do Thor, Valkyrie, and Hulk call themselves when joining forces to escape Sakaar and defeat Hela? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
The Fantastic Three.
The Revengers.
Oh.
Okay, Andy. In Thor Ragnarok, Korg introduces himself saying he is made of stone and not to be afraid unless what? 10, 9, 8.
Fuck, I can't do this.
Six.
Not to be afraid if he.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I got it.
You're made of scissors. All right,
Mm.
I'm going to make the questions easier now. You're going to get the 4 options. All right, Julian. In the Infinity Stones are named soul, reality, time, space, power, and what else? Was that A, humanity, B, mind, C, sentience, or D, identity? 10, 9.
What was it? What were the first two?
7. Humanity or mind? 5.
Mind.
4. I apologize. That was correct. I was expecting you to get it wrong.
Oh.
All right, Andy, you got to get this one right, or Julian is the winner. Who takes the phone call whilst tied to a chair during an interrogation in the first Avengers movie? Was that
Black
A?
Widow.
Okay, you guys are on a tie again. All right, we're going to continue. I'm going to give you, again, 4 options. We're going back to Julian. Julian, who tells T'Challa what they need them to act as a king rather than a warrior? Was that A, Wakandian Royal Guard, B, Dora Milaje, C, Shuri, or D, the Tribal Council?
The Royal Guard.
The Royal Guard is incorrect. It was the Tribal Council.
Damn you, Andy. Damn
Andy, at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy, what does Yondu find in the container which Quill tells him contains the orb? A, a mixtape, B, a sorry note, C, nothing, or D, a toy?
Fuck, I don't know. Oh, mixtape.
5. A toy.
A toy.
A toy. All right. You both got the wrong, so I'm going to make it even easier for you guys. I'm going to just give you 2 options. What, Julian, what's the name of the security feature Tony Stark puts in the Spider-Man suit? Was that A, a baby monitor protocol, or C, a babysitter protocol? 7, 6, 5, 4.
Babysitter protocol.
So close. It was the baby monitor protocol. Andy, what does Drax thinks that Mantis antennas are for? A, lighting up dark spaces, or D, feeling doorways?
Doorways?
We have a winner. Don't give your speech yet because I have a trivia song, winner song. Why don't I not hear it? Where is it? Here you go.
Oh, you're amazing. You're one of a kind. A masterpiece in every sense defined. With your grace and charm, you steal the show. Right here on Heartbeat Hero Radio. You're a winner. You're definitely not a beginner. You're a winner. And you get a chicken dinner.
All right, and now speech time.
I earned that for my knowledge. That wasn't a guess. That was knowledge.
All right, that was
the Avengers.
Oh, look at that.
Great speech. Great speech. All right, I think we're going to play one more track. And then we're going to say goodbye to everybody and join each in the ship. I have no track any left over, so we're going to say goodbye to everybody. Julian, what are you grateful for and what would you like to promote?
Ooh, I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for all the friends and family and the synth world. And I'm going to promote Night Ride FM and the State of Synth and my co-host, Dennis G.
Yeah, Dennis couldn't make it. He really wanted to be here, but he had another engagement. Julian, thanks for coming on the show. Andy, what are you grateful for and what would you like to promote?
I got 2 big fluffy cats, and they're very cute, and we like to look at them. There's Chester and there's Johnny. That's a picture of Johnny right there on a spaceship. It's a little blown out. And family, friends, all that shit. Listen to Beyond Synth. It's a good time. We're doing lots of fun stuff, and you should do it. And have a lovely day and a lovely summer. It's always nice to come back and see everybody. And yeah, man, look at Julian's big face. That's what I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for Julian's big head.
Andy, thank you for coming on the show. Kaarin, what are you grateful for, and what would you like to promote?
Same shit everybody else said, but also my son, of course. My son. We've been having a rough go of it lately, but yeah, it's ADHD. He just got diagnosed, and I'm undiagnosed, so we're kind of riding this together, and it's harder for him because he's a little boy, but we're getting through it.
It's a journey. It's hard to adapt. It's hard to adapt.
Yeah.
Kaarin, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Joost, what are you grateful for, and what would you like to promote?
I'm grateful for my wife and kids, and as soon as this is finished, I'm running upstairs to change diapers and console them. And I'm an egomaniac. Let's promote myself, Batman Collector Joost, because I don't make any music. I have no talent. I'm just a nerd.
All right, Joost, thank you for being on the show. Dawn, what are you grateful for, and what would you like to promote?
Grateful for my family, my health. I don't have anything to promote. You can just listen to my playlist on Spotify, and everyone have a great summer. Take care and look after yourselves.
All right, Dawn, thank you for being on the show. Thank you, everybody, again for being here, making the time. I always love this. I hope you can all join in next year as well. I'm going to play a pre-show, and people can join us behind the scenes for the people that are still available. So I'm going to add the link now to the chat for anybody that wants to join us. There you go. Temporal Waves is already asking, is there an after party? Yes, there is. Join us behind the scenes for the people that are available. And thank you so much. And I'm going to play the pre-recorded show. Thank you. Welcome to the pre-recorded show part 2. This is Testarossa by Lost Tapes of 88. Testarossa by Lost Tapes of 88. Up next is Treasure by List. That was Treasure by List. Up next is Cruise Control by List and Outrunner. That was Cruise Control by List and Outrunner. Up next is Red Flags by Maya Kamara and Celerect LA Dreams.
They all enjoy. They treat a good girl like a new toy. They pick her up and throw her down, leaving her soul destroyed. Can somebody sound the alarm? 'Cause I think he's laying on the charms. And now I wanna be his everything. I wanna give him everything. I'm losing control. It's taking its toll. Though I see the red flags flying high, it's not how I roll. It wasn't the goal for me to lose myself in the diamond sparkle in your eyes. You ain't got no shame saying you should hate the player, really not the game. Why did you fan the flames when you're the kind of guy that I could never have a claim on? Should've never let my guard down. Now it feels like something's missing when you're not around. If only I had known better. I really should've been smarter. I didn't hear the bells ring. The puppet monster has me by the strings. And now I wanna be his everything. Everything. I'm losing control. It's taking its toll. Even though I see the red flags flying high, it's not how I roll. It wasn't the goal for me to lose myself in the diamond sparkle in your eyes. I wish I knew the pain I go through. There's nothing I can do. There's really nothing I can do. Somebody told me it was gonna end this way. I should have known. Thought I knew better and decided to stay. Ended up on my own.
That was Red Flags by Maya Kamara and Celerect LA Dreams. Up next is Solace featuring Warptronic by Syntronics.
People
That was Soulless featuring Warptronic by Syntronics. Up next, a very cool video edit by Marito Gaia. This is MS-20 Special by Heartbeat Hero. That was MS-20 Special by Heartbeat Hero. And now, back to the show. Yes, and we're back, and nobody's behind the scenes anymore. I had a nice chat with Sam, aka Dream Pocket. We're going to try to get him on the trivia soon, hopefully in the next 2 episodes, somewhere in there. For the last track of the night, I made a remix of a high-speed remix of Mission Starlink. It's a track of Heartbeat Hero and Sequenza, and I'm going to play that now, and we're going to stop the show. So this is the last track of the night. Here we go. Let's go. All right, if you're listening to the show live now, make sure and check out soundcloud.com/heartbeathero. Go and listen to the audio show, including, just as much music. That's it for the show today. If you enjoy the show, please tell your friends and family about it. I'm so thankful for all my listeners and guests on the show. You can support the show by checking out Heartbeat Hero on Spotify's iTunes, Bandcamp, and SoundCloud. And like Robin Lights, Keith Atherton, and many more, you can support Heartbeat Hero Radio by going to patreon.com/heartbeathero. The next show is the 13th of July on Saturday night, 7:30 p.m. Paris time. I hope you can all make it to that show. Hope to see you in the next show in the Google Meets, because nobody's there anymore. Normally, like 10 people are there. All right, you can join us by using, or have a great day, everybody.
Hey gang, this is Joe from over on the Ozone Nightmare podcast, and I am thrilled to be sponsoring this episode of Heartbeat Hero Radio. The Ozone Nightmare broadcasts new episodes 5 days a week. Monday through Thursday, you'll hear the Daily 5, a single-topic short show where I highlight one thing that's on my mind. Fridays, we publish the main show, where my co-host Lando and I talk about pop culture, movies and television, video games, and whatever random rabbit holes we wander into. You can also listen to the Ozone Late Night series, where I interview folks from all over the creative spectrum, including great guests like Heartbeat Hero himself. Beyond the podcast, I'm also an illustrator whose work you may have seen on things like Magic the Gathering cards. Head on over to ozonenightmare.com for links to the podcast as well as my illustration work.